Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Also, I'm excited for this one. Something that got really requested for Arijit, like live, because you guys know we enjoy a lot live. And I actually think it would also be worth checking out the studio version of this as well. And we will, I think, if you guys obviously agree. I think a lot of you did say that too also, that check the live and also check the studio. And this is, I think it's pronounced Gerua or Gerua.
Gerua?
And it's from a movie called like Diwali, I think. Or maybe it isn't, or Dilwali. I know it's from a movie. And it's live in this environment in MTV, which I really like. They do a really good job of sort of the concerts they do is amazing. And it seemed like it's absolutely packed with fucking people.
Madness.
And there's a bagpipe, which is interesting. Some really interesting set of instruments involved that I saw kind of bits of it. So let's give it a watch. Let's see what they can kind of come up with. I know it's going to be high quality music. That's probably my guess. Go on.
That's the guarantee. Yeah. Oh, cool.
That's awesome, the light show.
Oh, wow, cool. Oh, hey, Efra, look at that angle. What a voice, gosh.
It's Pritam, the band. Because I see that name a lot. On the floor.
This is the concert where he's singing with his sister, right?
Yeah. They're all stacked the same. Gerua. The guy like sings emotions. He doesn't sing.
He just feels. Oh my god, look at that! It's the bagpipe!
And a flute.
That is so wild! Oh, but what a vibe! Woo!
Oh, vibe. Also, like the vibe of the concert overall, it seems so safe and friendly.
That's the type of environment you want to be in, like live.
I don't feel like I'm gonna get trampled.
No, actually everything feels so lighthearted and like safe, and this take away the fact that it's like thousands of people in that venue.
Yeah, if anyone knows what was the capacity of that venue, or what was kind of like what's the most popular show he's ever done.
It's open air though, that's for sure, which is already an opposing environment for live performances.
Yeah, difficult.
It's difficult to.
But large crowds require that.
Yes, absolutely. So that already puts a really interesting thought into how many people were in that moment there. But yeah, it's such a light-hearted environment. You can, like, the energy is so elevated, and I think it comes from the quality of music, not just the people itself, but I think the people were elevated to this new frequency because of the lightheartedness and energy that he provides on stage. It's such it's one of those elated performances, right? Everything that we have seen from this particular show has always left us with this really sweet taste in our tongues, right? Like it lingers, and it's something that you want to always go back to. It's pretty freaking magical.
I really like that. That's one of the things that perhaps I like, and we like going to the live versions first rather than the studio versions. Maybe just a habit we've built since we were kids, having a look at the live songs first.
Oh yeah.
Because when I go and sit on the drum kit, or when I go and rehearse, or we do anything, and then go and perform it ourselves, you want to try and perform the not the original arrangement, but the live arrangement, because it's genuinely it's made for live music. And that's kind of the mentality in which I go with things, especially with his music that I really enjoy, that I genuinely go back and even study, and I start playing to it. Then listening to the studio version, it definitely, obviously, it sometimes comes as a big shock because it's very unique to India, where I think it's the first time on the channel where we sometimes check out songs twice.
That's right.
But it feels like two completely different compositions.
Yes, because I think they put so much thought behind the composition for the movie, the cinematic experience through musicalization that really heightens emotions and the whole visual aspect in which is included in the storyline of the movie. Because it's not an alienated aspect, it's not an isolated item to the movie. It's actually so integrated that it's specifically made for that moment in the movie.
It would be really interesting doing an Arijit live special podcast. He would be probably worth, one of those artists be worth doing that. Like sometimes we do that with bands because they have such vast discography. But he would also be worth doing a studio podcast on its own,
which is really interesting because then that shows very different aspects on the artistry and the delivery of the pieces themselves. Because as we have seen before in Arijit's case, the songs are arranged in such a way for live performances that
I think he's really hands-on in that arrangement.
Yes, they maintain the core essence of the original or the production of the sound itself, but it actually brings a completely brand new song, like a completely brand new taste to what you might have been familiarized with. But when the chorus kicks in, you are set. It's
elated.
Like memory, muscle memory comes in.
Right?
Yeah, it just triggers
really cool.
that cool thing about it. It's such a wonderful concept to grasp.
Yeah.
Come on.
Aww.
See, everyone's so like
elated, yeah. It's because he transmits that.
those emotions that.
He's so humble, like, and you can feel that through his musicalization. He just makes you feel like you're one with him.
And apparently, he's very common in like markets and like he shops with like normal, like, well, I wouldn't say normal people, just like everyday people, because he's normal. But you know, he's also really fucking famous.
Is he though? Is he normal?
And I saw this on his Instagram. I don't go on Instagram often, but one of his videos got recommended on his Instagram. Like you guys send me on messages, and it said, like the caption of the video, it was on his official Instagram. It said like, oh, there was a light shortage, light cut, like there was an electricity shortage.
Okay.
But that won't stop us from rehearsing. And then he was rehearsing on the side with his acoustic guitar.
In the street?
No, on the side of the stage.
Ah, right.
With all the staff and all this, and they were just like vibing, and you could just tell he's like he's maybe become accustomed to, you know, the fame or this big stages, but he hasn't lost that humanity in him, you know, that he's really, really grounded. Again, I don't know him, I've never spoken to him. I can only just base it off of those type of videos and what you guys say of him, but I hope that's genuinely how it is. It seems like it is, because like people see him like in a like kind of like, it's not a moped. There was some funny joke like Vale said, oh, it's just a moped, but it turns out it's like a really important
It's like a staple thing in the culture.
Yeah, so
I didn't know.
But one of those, you know, motorcycles, and he's just like saying hello to people and shakes hands, and he wears like normal attire. And
the thing is though, like when you're seeing a very
he's like the people's champion.
Yes, it's like the people's person. It's really interesting though when you see an artist and you see them on stage, you're seeing the maximum expression of themselves in this really huge stage, like in this particular one here.
Ginormous.
Huge, right? But they put forward the maximum expression of who they are, and this is perhaps the most vulnerable yet the most expressive version of their personality.
Them.
Yes, which if you feel in that moment when you're watching these videos, if you feel there's an air of humbleness, like humility to it, that is most likely correct, because there is no reason to hide in this performances.
Right.
They're putting forward something that you can connect with, and they're trying to be as transparent as possible, especially in the magnitude of the shows. And I mean, I've seen it with various other artists, but there is the most them that you could possibly
get in a live set like this. That's why it's also really interesting to check out, at least in my opinion, the live performances first. Also, especially in the case of India, where, because he is a playback singer, right, for these movies, you don't get to see him on the video, right? You don't get to see the emotion he was trying to portray in the video. You get to hear it. So I just feel it does it justice watching both. Again, I'd love to hear your opinions. It seems you guys agree, which is really good. But I know you are adamant to check out the studio ones, and we will. I think those ones are really good for podcasts. Like we obviously
so we can actually dissect in depth completely what it all could possibly mean.
Yeah, but it's still awesome that you guys tune in for everything. And
you guys are amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much. It means the world, really.
See, he's just so connected to the atmosphere.
Yeah, I think this is the concert where his sister is on the side.
It's because he's made the atmosphere, and I think that's what makes it so magical. Oh, how cool! Look at that! I thought it was a guitar. Gosh,
what a show!
Magic.
Nice sticks.
Madness. How cool is that? Woo! Oh no.
Love it. I love it.
That was freaking awesomeness.
I love it. I wonder what the actual movie for it is. Let me just check.
Yeah.
Gerua. Because also there's sometimes different versions and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Just let us know if this is the right one. Because I think he also...
Oh gosh, what?
Like completely different, right?
That is completely different.
Like, the video's mental.
Oh, wow.
Very dramatic.
Oh my god, but look at those visuals. Gosh. Just go to the vocals.
Pritam comes a lot. And I... Yeah,
The
so it's
movie-
Antara Mitra.
Antara Mitra.
Antara Mitra and Arijit. So music, it always says Pritam. Is that the band? Are those the musicians? Is that what they're known as? Because he also, I think, did it on his Facebook Live.
Oh yeah. A completely different take of it too. What on the earth? You see what I mean? It's just like a...
I'm fucking singing a different song.
Okay, so this is closer.
Sometimes I miss just listening to his music, and it's literally days, because I play like different songs of him, but I obviously don't listen to new music because I want to check it. I check it out with you guys, and also I have this weird tendency of just becoming obsessed with shit.
Yeah,
we'll play that in the background. Yeah. I love that song.
Yeah, no problem.
So yeah, I have that.
Beautiful.
I have like that bad tendency of like just becoming obsessed with stuff.
Yeah. Gerua. Okay, so this is
Also, it
closer
has like
to
a-
the. I think this is closer to the studio version. Yeah, I think this might be closer to it.
Well, without Antara.
Yeah, he was singing what you would have sung.
Oh, sorry.
Oh crap, sorry. Ah. I love that break, it's so freaking cool.
I want to know the lyrics.
He doesn't even sound.
Gerua.
What a freaking cool song, dude! It really doesn't even feel like he's singing it live.
Love it.
I don't know what it was about the equalization in this particular
Environment.
concert
Mental.
that he just makes him sound so ethereal. Like it's not even tangible. Like he stopped being a human for a second. You know, like it's madness.
It is mental. Let us know.
So great.
Let us know what you guys thought about it. It's obviously quite cool to check out different versions
Awesomeness.
of it.
But I wish we could go in depth, like with each version. You know. Maybe let us know if you like that. Maybe we can do something like that in the further podcast in the future.
What do you mean?
Like just check out different versions of one song.
Oh, fuck, you know.
I know!
That's interesting, okay.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, we'll definitely need time for that.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to dive into different ones. Yeah, like that would be good, right? You give us like the live version and then we find the studio version.
And then we
compare both, we dissect both. Mm-hmm. A live versus studio podcast.
Yeah.
Indian special.
Bollywood special. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be Bollywood.
Well, usually that's the case though.
You think?
Yes.
Well, it'll be different industries in India.
Completely correct.
Right? So it would be fair to do, to try and cover as many areas as we possibly can.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Let us know your thoughts, guys, and goodbye.